Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello, hello. I have my new mic, and I'm playing StarMade once again. This is the rear of the shuttle bay of the unnamed NX class thing that I've been working on. And hi, welcome back to StarMade. What was I saying about it? I forgot. Ignore what's in the top left because, or actually no, never mind, don't ignore it. Actually do ignore it. Anyhow, this is the back of the shuttle bay. The shuttle bay has been completed other than the fact that I'm using these teal tiles as temporary tiles to kind of mark where I need a hole or something to kind of block things off. I might change them around, which is why I'm using teal tiles temporarily. And so I've designed it pretty well. I've designed it pretty much how I'm going to. That said, I have already decided I'm going to change this door because it's got this very strange shape to it. See, it initially made sense when it was connecting up as a straight wall to have this kind of angled bit here at the bottom because it like angles outwards. But now it just makes more sense to use flat panels and just make this a flat door, which is what I am going to do. And you'll see out here. Oh yes, I forgot. So yeah, there's like a rail system that's complete. Had I even started that last time? I don't remember. Yeah. And there's gravity units here. You can see I'm actually walking around on it. There's also lights, which are to activate if you, depending on the situation. I'll show you that in a bit. Because first of all, there's a reason I haven't turned around yet. And that reason is this. Yeah. So, there was stuff here, and there was a warp core here. In fact, you can see part of the containment for the warp core. Oh yeah, there's this thing here. So this had a metal grill here, similar to this. And so the idea is that, oh yeah, see there's this little door down here. So that, like the little bottom part that you can walk in, even if there's a shuttle parked here, you can go down in here. And little warning stuff, and you walk right through part of the logic system. You can see some of the logic system along here, and you'd walk around and, you know, do things. As you can see, there is much exploded. Oh crap! I fell out of it. Well, that's fun. How far am I gonna? Yeah, I was gonna say, how far am I gonna fall before it gives up on falling? Anyhow, as I said, I am going to work on having self-destruct systems, and so this one, after doing more design work, has gone through a self-destruct test, in which we found out quite by accident that the blast doors are pretty resistant to the warp core exploding. So you can see the blast doors down here at the bottom are perfectly intact, and these blast doors here are actually used. This is where main engineering is going to be, where these whatchamacallits, where the deflector dish is. This is going to be main engineering right here. It's going to be on the same level as this little, well, not quite the same level, but almost the same level as the little like access way here. And the shuttle bay is going to be on the next deck up, which has its own little, well, had its own little decorative thing, and then we had a way to come up in here. And you might have noticed I have this temporary teal plating on many levels here to kind of simulate where the decks are going to be. And I've planned out the engineering section and part of the saucer, but not fully planned the saucer yet. That's going to take quite a bit of work to go still. Oh, I had turned that off. I didn't realize. Hold on, let's look at it from this angle so you can see the awesome glare. Because for some reason it doesn't have the glare straight on, only when you're looking at it from the side. In any case, oh yeah, I also lined the nacelle with explosives, so it blew up too. Also, you might have noticed there's a lot of clean panels in here, and this whole side here is all clean, and this a bit too. And that's because we do have the worker bee, which is somewhere parked right nearby. I know it's like right around here. I just saw it. Well, in any case, it's there. Nope, that's another one of the ships. Yeah, basically I leave a copy around as I'm working on them, and then later on when I'm done with the design, I'm gonna go through like blowing up the ones that are left, or something like that, hopefully. I don't know. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and load up a new version so you can see it's non-exploderized. But yeah, another test of the explosives. Okay, here's where it loaded up. Let's build a core to get over there quicker. Alright, so I'm going to come in through the top, actually, and break a hole into it right now because I don't have a way to get in properly at the moment before I can show you stuff. And I'll just have to fix the hole in a bit. And that beacon was supposed to be on already. Don't know why it wasn't. But in any case, I have to break through a couple layers real fast to get in here to the warp core. The warp core? No, the ship core. In any case, yeah, so Internally, I've decided this upper part is going to be a sensor area since it's not personnel accessible anyhow. I figured that would be an appropriate use for the little space that we have up there. This is where the bridge is going to be roughly in the center here. Haven't designed it yet. Of course, the core is down here, and we have the eject warp core button there, and we have a wireless logic module there, which you do not want to activate. Trust me, there is a good reason you do not want to activate it. And you might have noticed the warheads right there behind me. Yeah. So the warp core is bigger now. It's 4x4 blocks, and it's made entirely of warheads. So I'm going to start at the top here. This is the warhead core going through the nacelle that it's not attached to the warp core. It's just its own little core here so that the nacelle can have a nice explosion too. And you can see the top of the warp core actually ends here instead of going all the way up. And it goes down. Here's I think this is where I started seeing it. You can see we have a little deck down here. Oh wait, no, this is where I started seeing it. Yes, and this is no wait, we have some impulse engines up there. In any case, come down here. We got a nice little decorative bit around the warp core, which I think is cool. Oh yeah, that right there is interior for the shuttle bay. This bit right here, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I may dismantle part of this decorative bit and put in some useful stuff here. In fact, I probably will. And then this will have some sort of utility room or something and stairs up and down, basically. Not 100% sure, though. The shuttle bay, as I said, is done. So we got a little light there. We got a thing telling us our mass, speed, system. And let me get some glass in my inventory so that you can see what's going on better. I don't know how I got on a different inventory bar, but in any case, you can see I've got mass, speed, system, sector, cloak and jamming status. We have the launch stuff. Oh yeah, you haven't seen this stuff at all. Okay, yeah, I will make like my own like separate video to explain all the launch stuff. In any case, we do have one regular shuttle, one worker bee. I don't remember if they were there when I did the last little video on this. I know this definitely wasn't here. We have an actual launch system. We have basically the red lights. When you activate launch, like either of these buttons that launch, if you activate one of them, this indicator activates saying that there's been that the launch status is on, and red lights up to say don't land here, right? And that goes for either one of them. If you activate either one, they turn that on, but they cannot turn it off. However, if you recall all, it doesn't work for centering. See, centering just centers things, but it's still set to launch. So if you redock, you'll launch again. But if you recall, then it turns that off and it brings everything back. Now you might have noticed there's green lights as well. So if I open the docking bay doors, the green lights turn on. So it's like the doors are open, come on in. But when the doors are closed, the light turns off, which I think is pretty cool. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to redo the doors pretty soon here. But in any case, we have this whole system. We got the nice little warning stripes here. That's the warp core. This is the actual rails that the warp core is attached to. The warp core is off-centered, but it's all right. Here's main engineering, or where main engineering is going to be. So you can see we have this kind of look around it. And basically the idea is that main engineering is the place where you can see the core in here, but if the core has been ejected, like you still need to be able to be in here. This level, it's already like sealed off, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to change how it's sealed off here a little bit probably, but then up here, it may or may not be sealed, but even if it's not sealed, the area that it will be attached to will be separate from like the main interior. And then same thing kind of up here and up here, because basically the concept is that main engineering is the only place where the warp core is like accessible, but you can eject it and not have everybody in main engineering die. Which, by the way, I just want to double check something. Yeah, this is attached to all those rails and to the doors at the bottom. And I just want to check that because I'm going to be replacing it with a different layout, because right now it's in the floor of main engineering. It's going to be it's going to be down here on the bottom floor somehow. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet. I have some plans for how I'm going to lay this out. Oh yes, so here's the little walkway. It's a little dark, but you can see the little walkway goes around like this. Definitely needs more lighting here, which I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do. Lights on the floor? Yeah, no, I don't want to do a lights on the floor. Maybe right here though, one of these white, whatchamacallit, there's like a white bar light. Yes, white light bar. Maybe one of these right in here with the right orientation will be alright. No, not like that. Not like that. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. At least for now. I can change it later. Obviously, especially because it's in this teal blocks area. Anything that's teal blocks is not 100% certain, whereas other stuff is 100% certain, even though I may change it anyhow. But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention also, I have beacons on the front, so basically I wanted to have like spotlights that can make the front of the ship all glow and shit. But I didn't want to put them in the exact center because there's going to be hopefully a lounge right here, like a forward observation lounge / cafeteria kind of place, because that would be cool to have on the front of the ship. And then of course there's going to be crew quarters around the main ring, not completely around it, but basically the crew quarters make up the outside of this main hull, and then inside is some more interior stuff, and then actual systems kind of embedded in. And the ship design really is more for like roleplay / aesthetic. It's not really the most functional design, especially because various weaknesses, including the fact that it has literally a giant explosive just in it because and we'll have more explosives lining walls and whatnot. Yes. But thanks for watching. Again, as always, see you in space. Hope you enjoyed. If you have a name suggestion or other idea, please do let me know. Do let me know very well.